surprise for me.
Umpire holds it aloft and we will be underway. Loser is out. Winner progresses. Comes down. Eason takes it wrapped up straight away. Umpire comes in and says, give it to me. And we'll have a secondary ball up in the middle of the ground. Huge crowd here at Laharum. Healy won it down, followed it up, couldn't take it. Trying to barge his way through. Eason taken high by Rosier, so he gets up. We'll take the first kick of the day on his left foot. Hugs the corridor,
good
wheeling
kick.
on the big lead.
Yeah, that's a good
Takes
kick.
a good overhead mark. Who's he got following? Jacobson's following him today. Goes out wide. Use the footy, bring it in low, over their head. Hutchison attacked it. Butch picks it up. Oh, great tackle. Got his boot to it. Oh, a throw.
Yep.
Yeah, no, he didn't make contact.
I think he dropped it first, yeah.
Good tackle.
Could have got away with it though, Easty, all the same. Yeah, I agree.
Good umpiring.
I thought it hit his boot.
No, I
anyway.
agree. I agree, but yep.
So, bring out a full-back. Bring it wide, 1 on 3. Baker it was that flew. Kemp trying to flick it out. Wheeling to Miller. Robbie Miller across. Oh, he's got players everywhere. Got players. Latanzio dropped the pie at Hutchison. Then from the boundary line he speared it and to the right and through for a minor score. So they are on the board. Laharum 1 behind to no score and probably should have done better there.
No, wasted opportunity there, Coogs, and they're the opportunities you can't afford to miss early in the game.
The Tigers through Hammerstone to bring it in from fullback. Goes short. Dropped by Jacobson. Got a handball it over the top to Hammerstone, who followed up. Out the side of the ground. Clubroom side of the ground. Goes long down the line. Healy's pushed out of it. O'Dwyer, I think, has come in. Free kick. It's a free kick to Argle
yep.
for the push out. And I thought it was actually meant could have gone to Healy, but it's Argle that takes it.
I like that the way O'Dwyer hit the ball and marked it. Yep.
So Argle pumps it back inside 50. Butcher's got 4 to beat. Over the top. Hutchison grabs it. He's wrapped up in the tackle. Taken the ground. Umpire.
Oh, unlucky there,
Pinged
Coogs.
in.
I thought that could have been a ball up.
Thomas, I think, goes into Wesley. So Adam Wesley still deep into fence. Again goes out wide to Dwyer. He's on a long lead, but it's left
kick.
for Groves. Right up defensive centre wing. Spears it towards half forward. Not a good kick. Argle didn't hold on to it. Umpire called play on it. It was a half volley. And we have a ball up happening at half forward.
Yep.
Delivery's got to be better than that. Going forward, Coogs, that was a poor disposal.
So 1 behind to Laharum. Yet the score. Pimpinio, they get it down again. Miller comes through. That's too high. And he'll get a high tackle. A free kick for a high tackle. Gives the handball off. Running Heenan. Heenan always plays a good game. Gets out wide. Goes out wide. Whelan's there. They look for him. Pup Williams is there. Dives on the ball. Just tapped it out again. Just comes, it's going to be in a contest here, and we get a contest, and the ball, the umpire blows his whistle and says, give it to me. Young Whelan has hurt his fingers here. I don't know whether it was the ball or what. But
and he started well too.
Yeah, ball's thrown up. Healy gets it out of the ruck contest, and Miller's in there again. Umpire blows his whistle and says, give it to me again.
Laharum love these ball ups.
They do.
They'll have as many as they
love
can
them
get.
from the stoppages, don't they? Healy gets it there. Miller's there. Rosier's there. Hadn't touched the ball yet, Rosier. They need it in his hands. Little Rabbit. What's his name? Can't get his name in the middle. Mines gets it out of the contest, gets it forward. Then it's back in the forward line. Coming out was Hutchison. He didn't have the ball, Hutchison. Rosier tackled him. Didn't have the ball. And he will go back and have a shot from 35 metres out easty, directly in front. Should kick their first goal of this game.
This kid's a great kicker of the football, and he holds no fear when he lines up for a shot on goal, and he will kick the goal.
He should kick the goal. Yep.
He will.
So this is Josh Hutchison will line up for their first goal. 35 metres out, directly in front. Comes in. They've already kicked one behind. They have. Kicks, and has put their first on the board. You're spot on there, Easty. He has not missed, and it went straight through the middle. So they go to 1-1-7. Pimpinio yet to score.
So a 7-point ball game. We've gone 4 minutes, and even though the start, Easty Pimp He would have to be happy with their start, their intensity at the moment.
Oh, for sure, Cougs. It's been a really high-pressure contest so far, but Laharum's look way more dangerous, haven't they? They've had the ball living in their forward line for the predominant of this quarter.
So back in the middle, Healy and Argle. Healy get the knees up into Argle, who just tried to hold his ground, and then a free kick off the footy to go to Eason for a hold against Arthur. So it'll come back.
I'll tell you what, Argle's hurt here.
Yeah,
don't worry about that.
No,
he's got the knee. He's got a knee. Yep, right in the ribs, the bottom of the ribs.
Long to Butch. He was nearly held. Flicked it out the back to Win. Smart by Butch and Win. Finishes it off beautifully. What a kick, but brilliantly done by the veteran Butch. He just saw Win out the back and palmed it back through his legs, and Win picked it up and goaled, Easty.
Yeah, that was magnificent play. That's the beauty of a player of Phil Butch. He's very smart with his football, brings his players in. When you've got a player the calibre of Win to tap the ball out, he picked that up, accelerated away, and did not look like missing the goal.
We seen him last week, Easty, and his skills and that are fantastic.
Excellent.
Young Win. No, he's a good little player.
He's a good player.
Very good player. They've started well, haven't they?
My word, they have.
The elite fodder scoreboard, Laharum 2-1-13. Pimp yet to trouble the scorers. In the air it goes again. Argle ran harder that time.
Well, he wasn't going to
play on the umpire said, and wrapped up in the tackle, and we'll do it all again.
Yeah.
So we wait for it. Lots of numbers around the footy. Flicked through by beautifully done by Argle to Miller. High ball, Butch running back with it. Comes over the top of everybody. Under pressure, comes to Butch again. Left foot, goal!
Yep.
Another one. Beautiful goal.
As quick as I said, Pimp would be happy with their start. Laharum have absolutely gone whack.
Yep.
And warning signals now, Easty.
Can I just highlight there Shannon Argle in the ruck? When the ball was balled up, Shannon Argle bodied Healy under the ball, and then a beautiful clearing 20-metre tap straight into Robbie Miller's path. Ball into forward line, goal from Butch. Great play, Laharum.
That's what I said about his IQ, mate.
Sensational.
Unreal.
And that would have been practiced at training numerous times, I'd say.
3-1-19 to no score. In the air it goes. Macca-Baker in the ruck this time. Comes over the top. Oh, Baker, I think it was Miller who gave him one, and then Bates give him another one while he's on the ground. Comes out now. Going forwards, Arthur on the left foot. Running back onto it, Heenan. He picks it up. Got time to stop. Prop, turn. Have a look up, Phil, and then go long down the line. And Nesta Tigers there, but Lorna takes the mark.
Great mark by Lorna on the wing. So quickly went to play on, didn't, then pulled up, then got it over the top. Coming out was
Whelan.
Again was Whelan,
Yeah,
wasn't it? But I think the free kick's going to go to Butch, is it? No, Whelan. Sorry, yep, Whelan. So Whelan gets it into the forward 50. High, long, up, comes off hands again. Eason's in there, couldn't grab the ball. Then he goes in there hard again, was Mines, but just couldn't grab the ball. Got plenty of pace, has he? As his nickname is, Rabbit. So the ball's going to be thrown up probably 20 metres out from Laharum's goal. They go up over the top there, little quick kick. Goes into the forward line, coming out is Baker. Baker down the line again. Kemp's there for Laharum. Just going to follow the ball over the boundary line and go, and we'll have another throw in. Laharum are 3 goals, 1-19. Pimpinio yet the score, Easty.
Now, great start by Laharum. Laharum have bought the football they played last weekend, and if they maintain this, cannot see them get
They have. You can just see the confidence that they've got too. They get the ball down there. That was Butch. Lorna, he had it there. Then Wesley had a quick kick, but it's smothered. Butch is in there again. Gets a handball over the top. Lorna's there. Umpire blows his whistle and says, give it to me, and we'll have another ball up. 3-1-19. Pimpinio get the score.
Up it goes again. Baker down. Heenan back on it. Quick handball to Mines. He ducked the head. Taken high. Umpire said you duck playing. Wesley trying to flick it out to Baker. He tries to flick it back in. Win on hands and knees with the light beer in Hahn. Comes out Jason Wesley. Kicked forward by Price. And will it stay in? It does. And bounces right angles. And it goes out of bounds for Johnson Assay, so we'll have a boundary throw in.
Tackling pressure from Laharum is superb, guys. They're really going in hard. My word, they have.
And I've attacked Miller. He had his shoulder strap. That strapping's been ripped off. Comes down now, and Mines is about the same. Comes out the Razor. He couldn't pick it up. Getting in there, ducking the head was Latanja. Gone backwards by hand to Eason to Win. He slaps it on the boot. back just about inside 50. They fly, comes to ground. Hammerston taken down by
good tackle by Butch.
And umpire says, give it to me.
You can hear it from here, Easty.
And we'll have a ball up. They are really attacking the footy hard at the moment, Laharum. Butch down, Wesley couldn't take it with him, flicked out, scrappy play, Baker couldn't take it, trying to get on its lawn. He and Marquet Baker are fighting for it. Umpire will have to blow his whistle and come in again. So 3-1-19, Laharum yet to bother the scores. A couple of goal breeze that Laharum are kicking with. Butch got it down, went through Wynn's head, he ducked the head, be paid the free kick for high. Thought the umpire might have been blindsided, but the youngster takes it, spears it forward, taken out of it. Was wheeling. I thought he might have, but I think it was more of a clash of feet as both players ran to the footy, and the umpire let it go, and it goes out of bounds. Again for Johnson Assay, celebrating 30 years with their valued customers. In it comes
Jacobson
Butch
him up
out of the ruck, spins around, kick was smothered, goes towards the line again, trying to get out now. Hahn's taken by Price, he gets it out to Wesley. Now they can build. His kick's a real scrubber. Went through Argle. Baker runs onto it. He gets a handball out into open space. Charging through, there's man. Onto O'Dwyer. Their first positive build-up out in front of Groves. Groves trying to get back onto it. Good work holding him off the footy by McCallum. Eason arrives to help him out. Flicks it out wide towards Miller. Miller takes it. Little kick down the line and finds his teammate in Heenan.
Yeah, very well done by good defence by Laharum there. They switch play. They've got a man out here in Robbie Miller. He's got a paddock. He's also got Wynn on. He just goes over to Wynn. He'll take the mark. They had both of them out there. He's got Kemp on down the line, but he goes over the top, going in towards Price or Launder it was, coming over the top's Wesley, over to his brother and Jason Wesley, coming back to Kemp. Rosie's in there, also as Hamilton. He gets the handball out, comes in there, well done, hard in there was Mines. Umpire blows his whistle and says, give it to me. And we'll have a ball up. 3-1-19, yet the score Pimpinio.
Not a lot of him, boys, but geez, Latanzio goes in hard. He's laid some great tackles.
Up they go. Heenan gets a tap down. Miller's in there. Baker's there. Got a handball. Nelly dropping the ball for me. Jason Wesley's there. Ball comes up. And umpire blows his whistle again and says, right in front of us, but we could nearly touch the players, Easty, where we're calling this game. Right on the wing here. So up they go again. Heenan again gets a tap down. Little quick kick away from Lorna. Coming in is Jason Westerly. Sorry, that's Adam Westerly. He's normally a long penetrating kick, Easty. Not a great kick, but it hit the target. It hit the target in Healy. Healy gives a handball off to Bates. Bates runs, gets tackled, but gets his kick. And there's that man again. Argle just pushes back. Gets in the play and it goes straight to. It's just like they kick it to him, mate. Here I am. So Argle takes the mark, gets a handball off. What's happened here? We've got a 50-metre penalty. He did give the handball over to Connor Walsh, but we've got a 50-metre penalty. So Argle will bring it down on the wing. Healy stands on the mark, is he? So this is Shannon Argle. Got Wind out here on his own, out on the flank here. Ignores. They have a system, though, where they go, then gets it into the forward line. Butch comes out, gets one hand up, then it comes off hands again. That was by Lenihan. Then they get it back. In there's Groves, or Baker was. Coming through was Hahn. Well done to Westerly. That's Adam Wesley. Gets it out. Coming out, so Dwyer got his hands to it, but just good fierce play by Laharum. Goes to ground. Umpire says a free kick to Laharum, though, and it'll go back. And that man again is Wouters. Wouters into Heenan. Heenan, they switch the play. Then he goes short in again to Kemp. This is Kemp between half forward and centre. Gets a spear and kick in, and it goes straight to Brodie Mines, and he takes a mark, and he will kick from the 50, Easty. I don't know whether he can get the distance. Normally not a huge kick, but not a bad kick, but not a huge kick. So he'll kick from 50. He'll need everything going right with this kick. Comes in, runs the 50, kicks, gets it high and long. Not quite going to make the distance. They get a fist to it and through for their second behind. So they go to 3 goals, 2-20. Pimpinio yet the score.
A good start by Laharum at the moment. Control at 14, nearly 15 minutes gone.
Very good zone defence too they're setting up, boys.
Shower just starts to come down. Light rain. Hamilton looking for Healy. Baker got hands. That was Daniel Baker. Hutchison, quick handball out. Kicked forward there by Lenahan to the pocket. It will spin straight out of bounds and we'll have a throw in. Deep forward again. Laharum setting up well behind the footy. Really putting Pimp under pressure at the moment, Eastie.
No, they are. They've been exceptional. Great start by Laharum.
In it comes. Nobody, Ruckman wanted it. Healy on the ground, knocks it out. Miller trying to get through. Comes out, Mines paddles it. Then couldn't get his kick away. Picked up, drilled into the carpet. Umpire said, give it to me. And the captain, Latanzio, is the one laying the tackle on Hahn.
I'll tell you what, boys. Argle's in trouble over there. He's on the bench.
So
he got that knee.
Comes out.
He's in trouble.
Kemp grabs it, turns on a dime, kicks it forward high. Backing in there is Baker. So Booney Baker goes out wide to Wesley Adam. The variety kicks a low ball into Bates. Bates has got Rozier in the middle. Didn't hit him. Poor kick. Now he's got to work hard against... Oh, push in the back. Oh, umpire, that was two hands in the middle of the back. And he said play on, but Rozier's good enough to come back and get it. Handball's back towards Bates. He overruns it, went to ground. Bates flicks it back out. King Arthur picks it up, goes over the top. Thomas was knocked off the footy. Rozier ducked ahead. Play on, the umpire said. Getting a bit frustrated.
Yeah, he's frustrated.
Comes out now to win. Frustrated. He's tackled. That's dropping the footy. Williams kick smothered. Play on, the umpire said. Wilders, he barges through, dropping the ball. And after about 3 or 4 maybes, the umpire's got one. And so we'll go again. Out wide to Baker. Daniel. Called to play on by the umpire down the outer side. Dwyer's on the lead. Good grab. You like seeing him leading like that, Eastie?
Yes, no, that's a good lead and a good mark and a nice kick.
Turns and
I'll give you a tip, mate.
Comes over the back.
Argle's day's done, I'd say.
Miller picks it up. That's Robbie. Goes out wide. Finds his teammate there in Walsh. So I'll get you to restructure and think who's going to ruck then, Eastie.
Yep. Big job from here.
While Argle's out, because that's the one spot they lack. So goes forward. Baker sets himself from about 4 deep. Couldn't get it. Hahn on hands and knees. Adam Wesley kicks it out of the mid-air. Didn't go the distance. Hahn come back in. And we're going to have a wrapped up in the tackle. And we'll have a free kick as Lorna gets up off the carpet.
Yep, so the ball's going to be thrown up. I think Heenan's come up. Oh, no.
Walsh.
No, Thomas, is it? Number
Thomas.
20, Ryan
Thomas has come up to ruck.
He's come up to ruck, yep. So they get it back out there now, goes to ground, around the corner. Oh, fresh area. There it was again from Mines. Umpire's blown his whistle and given a free kick. It goes to Laharum. It'll come back to Mines. So Mines quickly on the left foot, kicks it long and high into the forward line. Up there, over the top, he gets his hands to it. There was the young fella in wheeling, but just couldn't quite grab it. A little bit slippery, that ball now with the rain come down. A little bit of mist, not so much the rain. Ball's thrown back up again. Healy's there, just gets a tap down. They get it away. Daniel Baker, a quick kick, little chip kick out to Rozier. Rozier hadn't had a lot of the ball, goes into Mackay Baker. He couldn't take the mark, but butters up and gets the handball. Comes back again to Thomas. He got a quick kick. Going in hard was Hamilton. Gets a handball out. Good tackling though. They pick it up there. That was through Lenahan, and he's tackled. Umpire says, give it to me, and we'll have a ball up. 3-2-20. Yet the score, Pimpinio. Up they go again. Thomas Healy's there. Get it down to Lorna. Lorna dropping the ball. Great tackle there by Pimpinio. And will come back and that man in Arthur, King Arthur. So Tom Arthur, the resulting free kick. Just backward of centre. Goes short to Healy. So Healy, true wing position. Down the line again. Got Bates on his own. Got a runner there. Sort of balked. Then goes into the forward line with a kick. Not a great kick coming out. It's Dumsley, was it? Went to ground. No, it wasn't Dumsley. It was Groves. And Groves just got one hand to it. Not a great effort, East. He just went to ground. And
the kick inside forward 50, the couple of times Pimpinio has been very ordinary.
Ball's thrown back in again. The two ruckmen, Mackay Baker up against Thomas there. Go to ground. Thomas just wraps up the little fella in Hahn again. And umpire says, give it to me. 3-2-20, yet the score, Pimpinio.
And it comes. Hahn couldn't get his way through. Flicked it out now. Eason gets it to Win. Win left it behind. Could have got a free kick. Didn't. And it's actually going to go to Hahn. Now he plays straight on. Kicks it to the pocket. Not a good kick. And Eason just puts a fist on it and gets it out of bounds. And for Johnson Asahi, thanking Grimes for 30 years of partnership and dedication, we'll have a ball in. Forward.
Don't think Gyro would be too happy with the disposal of his Pimpinio players.
They need to go direct to goal.
Game, mate.
So in it comes. Thomas over the top. Rosier ducks the head and is taken high. So it'll be Rosier.
Finally
no surprise there.
Finally gets a free kick.
Inside 50. Probably right on his limit.
Yeah, spot on, Coots. Right on his distance, but he needs to kick this goal. Cobber, he has to kick this goal from a team perspective. I don't think
he can, though. I think it's too far out.
Kicking into a bit of a breeze.
It's too far out.
No Pimpinio given a lead yet. Still nobody in the front of the pack, so he's forced to take it on. And he does. It's to the left. Won't make it. And a big fist over the top from Heenan. Gets it through for a rush behind. And after 21 minutes, Pimp are on the board, one behind to 3-2-20 as it comes in quickly. Comes out of defence to Lenahan. Lenahan holding onto the footy. Goes out wide to the joint coach in Robbie Miller.
Had a good start.
Ball game at the moment. Laharum in front. He gets it out to Wouters. Right in front of the change room, club room box there. Over the top, but not a good kick. And Wesley takes the mark. Adam Wesley ducks one way, then the other. Gets on his left foot, spears it in. Kemp through his hands. Rosier to pick it up on his wrong side. Goes over the top by hand to Dwyer. He loses his footing. Gets it back down, and Groves is wrapped up in the tackle. Umpire says, give it to me. And we'll put it forward. They just look like they're settled a little bit. They need a goal, Eastie.
Yeah, much better attack. Now, would have liked to have seen Rosier just chip a little 15-metre pass over to O'Dwyer then to give him the opportunity to mark and settle.
Wasn't a great handball.
Gets it down. Lorna on hands and knees. Flicked it out. Wouters just about threw it out to Eason. He just scraps it out. Chaos footy at centre wing. Bounces to Whelan. Ducks around one. Ducks around another. Now long to Hutchison. Hutchison takes it on the chest. Puts the hand up and says, hold, I'll hold here. Man on the mark at 50. Here's a good kick of the footy, the youngster. But called to play on now. Just pops it to the top of the square. Booney Baker 1-2. And no surprise. And 50. 50 metres given. Must have been something against Lenahan.
There wasn't a great kick there, East. He had players out here on their own, mate. He had Kemp out here.
Actually had three players standing inside 50 all by themselves.
Yeah, no.
So Baker.
Whelan was there too.
Yes.
Not sure where to go. Lots of short leads. Honours the one of Rosier.
That was just 15.
Just about 52.
Yeah, exactly.
But Rosier, he spears it forward, finds his teammate in Hammerstone. Hammerstone now booming left foot kick, keeps it low. Miller comes out, dives, gets a double fist, and it spews out towards the boundary line. Jacobson gets there. He's tackled, diving on it's Hutchison. They wrap it up, pulled off the footy. Umpire says, give it to me. And we'll have it in the air. So just a bit better efforts by Pimp. They're just holding them at the moment, Eastie, but just can't get scoreboard pressure themselves.
Definitely back in the game around the ground now. Just need to get some scoreboard pressure themselves.
Ball goes up, out, come out from Robbie Miller to win. Down the line. Oh, great cut. Great mark play on though. He does.
He'll kick a goal.
This is Butch. Butch goes a flying shot for goal, and it just goes to the left and through for a behind. Whelan was running down there too. He did, Just had to just keep a little bit of.
How smart is Phil Butch though to mark the footy, and he's not thinking about going back to take his kick. He's looking to play on and create some sort of forward movement.
Very good. So they'll bring the ball back in. Baker will come in. Not a great kick. It's going to hit the ground. Then they get the handball up there from Thomas. That was Dylan Thomas. Comes back out to Rosier. Got plenty of the ball. Had one hand on it. Then just couldn't pick the ball up. And the ball's gone over the boundary line. And we'll have a throw in. 40 metres out from Laharum's goal. 3-3-21. Pimpinio finally on the board. One behind. And the ball will be thrown back in again. Two ruckman, Butch and Healy. Healy gets in front. Butch uses his strength there. Bates couldn't pick the ball up. Eason does. What's umpire said? Comes back, it does, and it goes to Bates.
Well,
Dylan Bates.
Doing well, Cobber. They've got 2 loose men right here behind this kick, making it very hard for Pimpinio to get out.
Yeah, they can't get out of that. Yep. Getting players behind the ball. Ball's kicked long and high. Wouters come through. But Rozier read the ball off the pack, then goes long and high. Just going back there and taking a fantastic mark. There was Connor Walsh. But the siren has sounded for the end of the first quarter. 3 goals, 3-21 Laharum. 1 behind Pimpinio.
So Shannon was feeling that obviously that off as well, trying to get his shoulder strapped up, I think, as well. So the umpire underway in this second quarter. Down to the ground it comes, trying to get through's Arthur. He taps it forward, Easton on hands and knees. Baker goes off the carpet. Goes still work it forward. Philcock palms it towards the boundary line. Rozier gets there, but he's escorted over the line and out of bounds this second quarter, brought to us by Norton Motor Group. Group Adventure in Style, comfort with the new Isuzu D-Max. So we wait for it to come in from the boundary right in front of us. 20-point margin. Thomas doing the ruck work now. He's had to come out of fullback. Free kick to Jason Wesley for a hold. So he'll take it.
Hadn't had much of it yet either, Wesley.
Been told.
Very quiet he was.
Been told to go behind his mark. Wide open forward line. Go short to Healy, who should mark and does mark on the chest. Man on the mark stands at about 52. So he goes long for open goal square. He goes for it, but it bounces and is pushed through for a rushed behind. So Pimpinio go to 2 behinds. Laharum 3-3-21 on the Elite Fodder scoreboard. We've crossed 1:15 to get this second quarter underway. Heenan to bring it in. Comes down the new scoreboard side of the ground. A wide kick bounces and goes over the line and out of bounds. And we'll have another throw in. The old deliberate, or not deliberate out of bounds, but not touched, of course, out of the game now.
Yeah, it goes.
Just we see a few of them nowadays where they do go straight out. So we wait for Johnson to say another boundary throw in. Celebrating 30 years of exporting excellence. So we go. And we wait for it to be thrown in. So in it comes. Ruckman set himself. Thomas down over the top. Arthur nearly threw it away. Comes back out to Bates. He dances around. Handball out to Wesley. Wesley goes for goal. 1-on-1 contest. Groves. And a big fist from McCullum. Gets it over the line again. And we'll have another boundary throw in deep forwards for Johnson Asay. And just a poor entry there, Eastie.
Yeah, it was, Cougs. Just a lack of thought, and that's where they're falling down. Every time they've gone inside that forward 50, their disposal and their decision-making's been ordinary.
In it comes Healy, straight down. Trying to go through his Arthur off the ground. The Kings kicked it, I think. Laharum are going, it's touched. Yes. I didn't think it was touched at all. I think it was a goal, and it is.
Called a goal.
It is. From my viewpoint here, it looked to be about a good 8 or 10 centimetres over the hand, and the King Arthur kicks the first, and they're underway.
And they've had to scrap that goal, Cougs, from a ball-in contest, but they worked hard, give themselves an opportunity, made the most of it there. Still just like to see them, if they want to get back into this contest, they've got to use the ball better. Their thought pattern's got to be better.
1-2 to 3-3.
Yeah, back in the middle again. I'll have a ruck contest here again. Baker's in the ruck. Up he goes. Oh, gets the knee up and gets the tap down. Now Arthur gets the handball out. Comes out to Bates. Nearly threw it out. Goes to Rozier. A little quick kick out of the stoppage. Goes to King Arthur. Arthur down into the leading player again. Groves is there.
Free kick.
It's holding the man. It's holding the man. It's going to be a free kick to Groves.
And that's a better kick forward. That's a much better kick from Arthur
so
there.
Well done by Arthur. He's been good.
And well done to Groves to win, not take the mark, but actually get back onto it, and he drew that free kick. And now this is a kick that he needs to finish off,
he
boys.
Should kick this. He's a goal kicking.
Yes, he is.
He's a goal kicking forward, Eastie. And this is his bread and butter. This is if he gets paid. This is what he gets paid for. So he comes in. This is Groves. Comes in. 35 metres out on a 45-degree angle. Kicks.
That's a goal.
And has not kicked, has not missed. Kicks their second, or puts their second on the board. They go to 2-2, 2-2-14 to 3-3-21. Laharum. So they've just a couple of quickies have hit back here, Easty.
Well, it's back to game on. I know Laharum haven't got Shannon Argle out there now, but they've got to go back to what they were doing when he was on the ground. Like their contested work was superb in the first quarter. It's gone missing in this second quarter. They're allowing Pimpinio to break from the stoppages. They didn't allow that in the first quarter.
Argle's just walking to the rooms. He's well and truly done for the day. He's gone.
I just said, I wrote it there, Easty. With your ribs like that, you can get a punch at lung.
He could be gone.
No, I'm not saying he has, but you can. No, it's happened to me, mate.
Yeah, true. That's true if it is.
Well, it's a knee in the rib, so we'll see what it is.
So
could be kidney, spleen or anything.
Yeah.
So up they go again, coming out of the middle there, a little left foot by Lorna. Hammerson gets it though. Miller just kicks it off the ground. Yeah, no, it didn't. Well, it went backwards, Easty. It went backwards. So Miller for Laharum, he's running onto the ball, gets there first, gets a handball up, they get it back out around, Heenan's there, he's tackled, gets it back over to Miller around the corner, little quick kick over the top, then get it back in again, and the free kick's going to go, and it's going to go to Laharum, and it's going to go to Wind. So Wind on the true wing position, out the outer side, kicks down the line, long and high, can they take a mark? Whelan comes out over the top, and a great mark down there. Oh, there's a fantastic mark down there by that man in Barnett. So Barnett gets it off to Hammerson. Hammerson long down to Healy. Healy
that's
gets
a
the
nice
big,
mark.
it's a very good mark in the true centre position. So Healy goes back on the mark, then kicks long into the forward line. Groves is there again. His opponent there running there with him where was McCallum. And the ball has beaten them over the boundary line, and we'll have another throw in 5 metres around from the Pimpinio goal. 3-3-21, 2-2-14 Pimpinio.
Misty Roan, a poor entry again, Easty.
Yep, shocking. And he had Wesley there by himself.
Comes back out. Hammerson from 48, slaps it on the boot. O'Dwyer in front, got hands to it. Laharum with 3 there to mop up. Not sure where to go, is down, so he goes right back to Win, right deep in the goal square. They shut every avenue out, so he's not sure where to go. So just pops it over the top to to Heenan, who marks it just inside the boundary line. They just look hesitant all of a sudden, Laharum, Easty.
Yes, they do. Pressure. It's called pressure, Cougs.
Miller up high early, didn't get a hand to it. Arthur beautifully picked up, handballed it straight to Price. Gives it to Miller, he ducks around, handball off to Lorna, he gets on his right foot, brings it down the line, Williams in front of Butch, got one for his trouble, picked up by Matthews, his little kick in towards the corridor, charging out as Hammerson, he's wrapped up in the tackle, umpire said give it to me, and we'll have a ball up.
Good tackle there by Harry Miller, stopped Hammerson from getting away.
There's a bit of a push and a shove as up it goes now. Trying to get through Philcock, he couldn't. And we'll have another ball up. Just Latanzio, he's back out there. He's strapped that shoulder up again. Comes down. Butch will give Philcock one in the head for his trouble. Accidental. Wesley kicks it forward. Heenan and Downs, the only 2 there. Comes to ground. Away he goes. Picks it up, kicks it wide. Comes out right in front of us, stays in. Miller out. Miller kicks it off the ground. It didn't go out. It wasn't out of bounds, I didn't think. So there's a push and a shove.
Yeah, no, it was kept in play, I reckon.
There was no way knowing that was out of bounds.
No, it wasn't. It was kept in play.
So I'm not sure. I thought it must have been a free kick for a push or something.
Done a somersault over the fence.
Yeah, right in front of us, but it sat inside the line and was kicked, so... But the boundary umpire just wanted to keep warm so he could practice his throw in. He gets it in. Latanzio takes it. He's wrapped straight up. And we'll have another ball up. 2-2-14, 3-2-21. We've just about gone 9 minutes in this second quarter.
They go again. Baker there on Thomas there. They get it out. Good hands by Philcock to Rosier. Around the corner to Hahn. Hahn into the forward line. That man in Heenan's there. Couldn't take the chest mark. Picked up there again by Down. Down outside. Gives it outside. They get it out to Wouters. So this is Wouters. Oh, Nelly was going to come back. Got to go out the other side, though. He does this time. Goes short. Can't hit the target, though. The wet ball's going to nearly go over the boundary line, and it will now, and we'll have a ball in.
So Cobb the Lorna out here, and he's headed straight for the bench as well.
Who's that, Lorna?
Lorna. Yep.
Okay.
So I don't know whether he's got poke in the eye or
something. Where does that Hayden Kemp running hard out to the wing? Could have kicked it to him at any stage, and when he did finally elect to kick it to him, he's kicked it out of bounds.
Yep. They've done a good job on Easton too, don't
worry about that.
Yeah, he hasn't had. So Rozier on to Wesley. Wesley inside to Healy. Healy's there, gets the handball off the Bates. Got plenty of pace, just puts it up in the air, and that's a good kick.
That is
by
a great
Bates.
kick.
That is a great kick by Bates. And the big Thomas O'Dwyer takes the mark. 35 metres out, probably on a 60, 70 degree angle though, Easty. On a tight angle, but he's on the right side for a right footer.
And the wind is blowing the ball
well,
in.
he should kick this. He should nearly kick this. He's not that far out, 35 metres out.
Do his confidence
Thomas,
a world of good.
Will. Thomas O'Dwyer. It was a good kick by Bates, though. O'Dwyer
That's a nice kick off
kicks
the boot.
and never look like missing. That's a fantastic.
Great
so
kick.
they're right back in the game here. They are the Pimpinio Football Club. 3-3-21 to 3-2-20. 1 point ball game.
Game on again now.
What's Mark? 10.5 minute mark of this second quarter. No, game on.
Full credit to Pimpinio the way they've worked the game in, and I think in big part, Shannon Argle going off the grounds really hurt Laharum.
And now Mackay Baker's taken it, and Healy's given him a target at centre half forward too. Don't worry about that, mate.
A nice height advantage.
Absolutely.
Back in the middle, Lorna, it was a poke in the eye, so he's just getting a little bit of attention, and he'll be back on. But the defensive structure, because Thomas has had to come out of key defensive post to ruck. So in the air it goes. No clear winner. Comes down. Bates has been set upon by 2 or 3, and the umpire said, give it to me.
Heenan's gone in on the ball too, Cougs, from his trusty back flank.
Yep.
Good player.
Kemp on Healy. Comes down now.
That's
flicking it forwards. Latanzio. He overran it. Williams laid a big hip and shoulder on him, but said it was taken high, the umpire said. So we'll come back to Latanzio. They just need to settle and get one here. Laharum, he goes short to Robbie Miller.
Oh, yeah,
and he takes the mark.
Yeah, good kick.
And when you want somebody to stand up, this is the man to do it. But I think he'd be right on his limit.
On his distance.
Into the breeze.
He is a nice kick of the footy as a rule, but it is a bit of a wet ball now, Cougs, as you said, and he will be on his limit, but don't. Here he goes.
Goes short to Hutchison.
Nice.
Oh, great lead. Poor defensive work by Pimpinio to leave space. They needed somebody 10, 15 metres in front to stop that.
Well, Jason Westerly was standing in space, but he was on his man, and then he just came and ran to the side of Jason Wesley. He wasn't concentrating, Westerly.
Pimpinio defensive unit in their midfield was shocking then, because they had to stop that hole and they couldn't do it all the time.
Yeah,
so Hutchison to come in pretty well directly in front, the left footer. Keeps it low and straight through the middle. And that's a good answer. After being challenged a bit now, he gets his second and gives Laharum a bit of breathing space. 4-3-27, 3-2-20. And just as you said, Easty, poor defence. Midfielders didn't push back, and they should have had 3 or 4 in that gap.
Got to fill those holes, and you can't allow. Look, first off, they let Robbie Miller run into space, and then they let Hutchison, who's a key forward, run into space. You've got to be better than that if you want to win finals games.
So 7-point ball game, cross 13 minutes.
That's a good goal.
Excellent kick
against
by
the play,
Hutchison.
mate.
First goal kicked at that end for the day, comes down, and then Wesley tried to come through the hip and shoulder. They jump on it again, and like it's been most of the time, we'll have a secondary ball up as Healy sprints in the middle to take it. He flicks it over the top. Adam Wesley was trying to benefit and run through. Rozier's on the bottom of it with Latanzio and Robbie Miller.
If I was Pimpinio now, boys, I'd be swinging Cullen Williams forward and try and expose the short defensive unit that
Healy
got.
Takes it out of the ruck. Wesley overfalling. Good mark.
Good mark.
Just bumped him out the way. That was Wouters. Went one way, then the other. Then a shocking kick looking for O'Dwyer. He bounces in front of him. Rozier, handball over the top to Maccabaker. Handball off to Wesley. His kick goes right to the goal line.
Back kick.
Rose had time to kick it. It was a butchered entry, but they've got the result they needed.
He backheeled it through, Cougs. He overrun the ball, and he was smart enough, clever enough, and he flicked his foot back and rolled that through. A magic goal there from Groves. They nearly blew a perfect opportunity, but that is very, very smart football.
Yep, so back to 1 point again. 4-3 plays 4-2.
Bit of run there too, with Wesley up forward on that half
Wesley up forward.
They've lost a lot out of. Where's Easton gone? Easton's not in the middle either.
No, I'm looking for him now.
Yep.
Up it goes again.
They've done the job on Easton. He's been very
down.
quiet.
Oh, he's gone to a half-back flank.
There you go.
He and Heenan are swapping off a back flank on the ball, I would think.
They are, and Tom Arthur's done a really good job on Easton.
He has. Well, he's gone with him, mate.
Yep, it goes Healy over the top. Miller to Miller. It was Will to Robbie, comes down to Heenan on hands and knees, wrapped up, let the ball come out. They dive on it, coming through is Latanzio. Handballs backwards towards Robbie Miller. He's got time to just chip it forward, wins his target. Healy comes across, takes a mark. Again, Pimp defence should have done better than that. So he pumps it high, Whelan's, Butch, one grab, he's gone down. It gets up sluggish. Daniel Baker just chips it out wide to Cullen Williams in the back pocket.
Yeah, hadn't done much good from that contest, let me tell you. Williams gets it out, goes to Rozier. He's been really good the first 10 minutes of that first quarter. Goes to Bates, and Bates has been good too. Kicks down the line to Jason Wesley. This is on the true wing position, right in front of where we're calling. Goes now, kicks long into the forward line. Who's coming out? Can they take a mark? Ball hits the ground. In there was McCallum. Up there, they get it out now. Comes back out. Ball spills out. Tackled, gone to ground, and we'll have a ball up. 4-3-27 Laharum, 4-2-26, 1 point ball game on the 50-metre mark. Up they go again. Mackay Baker gets the tap down again. This is Jason Wesley. Is that in the back? No, umpire let it go. Good umpiring. So we'll have another ball up at the 50 on the 50-metre mark. So
he's asking the question of the umpire.
He did. So up they go again. Comes back out again to Hahn. He's tackled, gone to ground. Umpire says, give it to me again. Good tackle by Latanzio. Geez, he goes hard at the ball.
He has been fantastic today, Latanzio.
He's not a big lad, but he goes hard at it. Baker again gets the tap down again. Coming in there. Goes there to Thomas. He had a fresh area. Then it comes back out to Hahn. He tries to get it. Does. Gets a handball and the ball goes over the boundary line, and we'll have another throw in. On the 50-metre mark, going towards Pimpinio's goal, the two ruckmen will set themselves. Thomas and Mackay Baker.
Matthews has gone to Bernie Baker too, boys. I'll just be interested in keeping an eye on that to see if he runs with him.
Baker gets it down, comes out over the top. There was Miller. Miller got the handball to Miller.
Got that.
Yep, that was from Harry Miller to
Probably
Robbie Miller, so
probably got one around the neck first.
Bates kicks it long and high into the forward line. Hoogan. Adam Wesley went back at a gutsy effort. Nearly took the mark, but quickly played on. Coming out there now. Phil Cox there. Picks it up with the long hair. Smothered off the boot though along the ground. And what's umpire said? Downfield. And a free kick. It'll go to Pimpinio.
Lenahan's in trouble.
And it will go to that man in Groves. So Groves, probably 45 metres out on the boundary line. He can't kick this from there, East.
No, well, he had Wesley lead into 30 and he's ignored him and said, I'm going to kick this goal. So he's taken it on his shoulders,
What an effort from Adam Wesley there before. Comes in, kicks, Groves, kicks. If anyone can kick it, it will be him. They just thump it through, or just thumped it through and through for him. Scores a level here. At the 18-minute mark of this second quarter, Eastie.
Living up to all expectations, the game.
4-3 each of two.
So in it comes. Heenan thumps it wide towards the boundary line. Going to get over the line. The second quarter brought to us by the Northern Motor Group. For your new work ute, the GWM Cannon is now at Norton Motor Group. 4-3 apiece. Lenahan's just wanting it. Almost looked like a twinge of a hammy. He looks very suspect over, just stretching in front of their coach's box at the moment. If they lose him, that'll be 2 down. Rozier flicked it back. Comes to Thomas. He kicks it forward. High ball. Heenan floats across the front. Takes the mark.
He's a good player, Heenan.
Very good player.
Yeah. He might make Eastie's team of the year.
I think there's a fair chance.
So he plays on now. kicks it wide, hugging the boundary line. Flyers wanted.
Oh, nice mark.
Good mark by
Right,
Hutchison, who's right up the ground. Hutchison in front of Barnett. Swings on his left foot and goes long down the line. Matthews, Boney Baker gets over the top, wins, scouts it, couldn't take it with him. Tackled, trying to get it out. Matthews arrives, comes back out the back. They still work on it. Scrappy footy at the moment towards the boundary line and dragged into touch. And we'll have a boundary throw in.
She was a bar of soap there for Wynn. If he'd have got his hands on that, Cougs, he was gone, and they were moving in towards goal.
Yep, so 4-3 apiece. In it comes. Healy thumped it to King Arthur. He got it as far there as Downs. Comes out towards Wynn, hard up against the boundary line. Right to the top of the square. Whelan!
He's marked it. That's a mark.
Great mark by Whelan, the youngster.
And an excellent kick too from Wynn to put that ball into a dangerous spot to give young Chase Whelan the chance to mark it.
Nearly their best player, Wynn.
They've been excellent.
Very good.
Him and Latangio for mine are the two.
Keenan's been outstanding as well.
Keenan, yeah. Robbie Miller's been good as we always expect.
So Chase Whelan comes in point blank range and just punches it straight through. So his first for the afternoon. Pimpinio, Laharum's fifth, so they go to 5-3-33. They lead by 6, 4-3-27. 20 and a half minutes gone in this second quarter, and 2 goals into the breeze.
Yeah, it's good effort, isn't it?
We'll get back. I'm still, Lenihan is getting his upper thigh taped.
Yep.
So he's going to be questionable in the second half. So we're back in. Game's living up to all expectations at the moment. Up it goes. Healy wins it down. Coming through was Adam Wesley, but Robbie Miller got it on his boot. Hammerston leads the race for the footy, overruns it. Taken eye comes back out towards Rosier. Good little shepherd there by Barnett. Now Barnett gets it on his boot into Healy. Fortuitous kick, lands straight in his, and that's 50, is it?
Yeah, no,
and that's Hutchison who came in behind.
That'll bring him nearly within range because he's an enormous kick of the footy.
And he's done well because he sprinted down there to try and stretch him.
Yeah, they've only given him a 35.
Yeah. He is a booming kick. He's got Bates out wide, but he was shut down.
Look at Wesley by himself.
So he decides to go for home, 1-on-1, and over the top man is escorted over the line and through from behind. So again, just footy smarts, Easty. That kick, if it's not going to be goals, it's got to be 10 or 15 out.
Well, he did have Wesley there. He had Adam Wesley. Once again, he'd be getting frustrated because that's 3 times now he's led inside, 30 out directly in front, and he's been ignored.
So they get it in, gets it up towards Latanzio, half-back, clubroom side of the ground.
Been impressed with his game so far.
Brings it in short to Price, nearly in the corridor. He hugs to the middle of the ground, not a good kick. Rosier got hands to it. He and Eason butt heads. Rosier ducks and goes in again, and he's always at the bottom of the pack, Rosier. And Easton and Thomas get up. We'll have a ball up.
Well, that's a good style, mate, caused by Rosier there. He's good intercept to hold that ball in there.
Thomas and Baker comes back down to the ground. Wesley just sockers it off. Kemp hits the ball out of the contest. Around the corner was Rosier, gets it in the forward line. Wesley's there in front though. Well done there by Wouters. Now picked up by Eason. Eason gets it out wide. Can he hit a player up coming over the top or going in hard? There was Latanzio going to get a free kick, and that was just hard. He just won the ball more, Resty.
Yes.
He just did not want that ball to get out, mate.
And that's what he's done all day.
Nearly going to get a handball. Just kicks it out lateral to Kemp. Kemp down this outer side this time, goes down, looking down there for Hutchison. He gets a fist to it now. Wind will run onto it. Dars gives it. His skills are sublime, young Wind. He's a ripper. Then that comes back into a contest and it's going to be wrapped up. And the umpire blows his whistle and says, give it to me. Now, his skills are absolutely fantastic, young Monty Wind. Up they go. Baker gets it down. They're winning the ruck contest, though, Pimpinio. Since Argle's gone off, they are winning them nearly every tap out. And I'm not blaming Thomas, mate, but he's just not a ruckman. But
no.
He's contesting. He's absolutely doing a great job in the contest, but they're just getting. Now we've got a blood rule, and Robbie Miller's been sent off.
So as Robbie Miller heads off with the blood rule, we'll go round the grounds for DMD. Dimbula 4-4-28 lead stall 2-2-14.
Well, they're 5-3-33 here at Laharum 4-4.
Can hardly run.
Lenihan coming back on with his leg heavily strapped, and he looks in a lot of pain.
Yep, so the ball's going to be thrown up again now. Robbie Miller's had to go off the blood rule. Westerly gets a big high kick going out to Healy. Over the top was Heenan. Gets a fist to it, running onto it there. Was that man in man, but he couldn't trap it either. But coming in there's Kemp. Is he pushed in the back? No, he's not. Downs in there also. Fighting hard for the ball, and umpire blows his whistle and says, give it to me. 5-3-33, Laharum 4-4-28.
They have not got a bench.
Pimpinio, yep.
They have not got a bench, so somebody else is injured as well as Argle, because Miller is the only one sitting on the bench, Eastie. So at half time we might get you a bit of detective work there.
Yep. So it came back out to Easton. Easton over to Heenan, and Heenan's kicked the ball, and it's gone out of bounds on the outer side.
So we'll have a throw in right in front of the Pimpinio coach's box. 25 minutes gone in this second quarter. Baker gets it down on the bottom of it. Free kick for a hold. It will go to Laharum by the look of this. It was Taluna who's held off the ball. So Lorna goes down the line. Butch over the back. Bates mops it up. He waited on the ground and kicks it forward to Baker.
Been okay, Bates.
Yesterday,
very good.
Macca Baker from the wing. High ball looking for Healy. In front. Comes to the ground. Oh, brilliantly done by Arthur. Handball forward, but it's only as far as Easton. Easton back to Wouters. Over the top by handed Downs. Downs gets his kick away under pressure. Straight down Macca Baker's throat, who dropped the pie. Launder back on it. Flicked it out by hand. Trying to get on it now. The Army arrives and it's just a scrap. And we'll have a throw up right in front of the club rooms where there is a big crowd assembled. So in the air it goes. Baker wins it down. And a hold again, and we'll do it again. So wait for it. Lots of numbers around the ball. Thomas came over the top. Again, just a scrap. The umpire said, I'll do it a third time. The umpire that was on the shirt front yesterday, Paddy Van Dyke, puts it in the air. Thomas thumps it out wide. Picked up by Rosie. He's really starting to have an influence on the contest and goes over the line and out of bounds. So Johnson to say it is a throw.
Yeah, it's a throw. Yep. I've seen Rosie throw his head back as if he wasn't real happy.
So they'll work it forward. Little short kick as far as Latanzio. Latanzio plays straight on towards the hot spot at half forward wheel and comes out. Oh, that's
intercept.
Great work. That is great work by Cullen Williams to stand in the hole and take it as Whelan was finishing fast on him.
That'll get in the Pimpinio, I reckon.
Go close.
Will do. Long. Healy's his target now. Got hands. One hand, two hands. That's a
play on.
Yep, play on.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. You're in front. You get hands to the footy.
That's a mark every day, Cougs. Yep.
You generally pay those.
Well, he's the only bloke that touched the footy.
So Healy up, thumps it forward, comes out now. Dummersney's probably his first real possession, just scrapped it out. Picked up now. Oh, play on. The umpire said as Downs got knocked off the footy. Trying to flick it out. Wesley to Wesley. Forward, high ball. Oh, Heenan stood there. Got it. Handball to Miller. He was going to go backwards and then brings it out wide to Wouters. Won't hit the target. Wouters and the light beer in Hahn both go to ground. And it goes over the line and out of bounds.
And Cougs, how calm are the players like Heenan and Robbie Miller when they've got the ball in hand in heavy traffic? They remain calm.
They do. What a great kick from Robbie.
No,
you're right though. But you are right.
He knew where he was going.
He did.
28 minutes gone. Over the top. Healy got it back into the corridor. There's the siren. And what an entertaining first half of football it has been. and there is only 5 points separating them. Laharum go in, injured and wounded at half-time, but in front. 5-3-33 to Pimpinio 4-4-28. We'll take a break.
Great move, and King Arthur ought to be commended at this stage because he's done a brilliant job in there. Thanks, Gyro. We'll be talking to you later on, mate.
Confident Darryl Eastrell. He knows he's the Pimpinio kind. So we wait for it to go in the air. Third quarter, 5-point ball game. Up it goes. Baker wins it down, hands and knees. Umpire comes in. He's going to ping him for holding the ball here, no doubt about that. And it will go against King Arthur to win. Now, kicks it high, out wide. Chase Whelan's a target. Comes to Whelan, handball to Matthews. He can't take it with him. Comes out towards Thomas. He ducked the head. Boundary line wrapped up over the line. And we'll have a throw in right down in front of Darryl Eastrell.
Thought I was going to get a touch there, boys.
Had that footy in your hand last night. You had a few touches, Easty. So it comes in. Third quarter, brought to us by Martin Hose Repairs, fast, reliable, right to your door. Industrial and hydraulic hose experts. The umpire comes in and says, give it to me again. So, Easty, you've walked around the breeze. How many would you want to be down at three-quarter time?
No, look, I just think it's no more than a one-goal breeze, Cougs. It's hardly anything down here. 1, 2 goals.
Yep.
So if you're within 2 goals, you're well and truly in the game.
So another boundary throw in. Inside 50 for Laharum, going towards the mountains end of the ground. Comes in now. Baker. Wacker Baker won it down the front. Adam Wesley takes it, kicks it towards centre wing. Healy traps it, handball back, dangerous into the corridor, didn't hit a target. Price takes it, launches long, Whelan's held, got to be a free kick. If not a mark.
He's marked it, he's paid
if
the mark.
If not a mark.
He's paid the mark though. Yep.
Boys, I'm 5 metres off of that contest. Booney Baker has got front position, his hands are on the footy, Whelan's hands are on the footy. And when they land on the ground, Whelan just snatched it out, and the umpire said, yes, that's a mark.
Well, I would have paid Whelan a free kick, to be quite honest, because you could see his jumper was tugged away from the body. And as soon as you do that, normally it's a free kick straight away.
He's going to kick the goal anyway, because it's a beautiful kick.
The young, prodigious talent comes in from point-blank range and gets the perfect start for Laharum in this third quarter. His second for the afternoon. And Laharum 6, so they go to 6-3, 39, out to 11 points now, 4-4-28, and 2.5 minutes gone in this third quarter, and that's a good start, exactly what you want.
Fantastic start, yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, you're right there, look, he took that, he was paid that mark in between 2 players, and as Easty said, he's probably right, it probably wasn't the mark, but you were right too, Kooks, because I reckon it was a free kick. I reckon he was held by the jumper. So probably a little bit of justice there, and he went back and duly saluted. So they go to 6-3-39 to 4-4-28, and that's a handy one. The first goal in that third quarter. We always say that in plenty of games.
Especially when you're under the pump too, probably like players missing, you need to regroup, that'll lift them immensely.
The first goal, back in the middle again. Thomas gets the ball down again. Wesley comes in, that's too high. Down, gives him one over the top of the head or shoulder, and Adam Wesley kicks it long into the forward line. Coming out there, can they take a mark? And Heenan just stands his ground and takes a fantastic mark. He's a good player, this lad. He's a good player, solid. Just backs his judgment, then kicks it long out to the wing. He can't get his hand up, was Miller. That was that young Miller in Harry Miller. Just got one hand up there, but the ball's gone over the boundary line. On the true wing position, 6-3-39 Laharum, 4-4-28 Pimpinio. Another couple of goals here, East. You'll put a bit of pressure on Pimpinio.
Oh, my word, they won't want to let him get off the
so the ball's thrown back in again. Coming through there was Thomas, but he got tackled, went to the ground. Over the top was Easton. He needs to pick up his game. Comes back to Hammerston. Hammerston long back in. Heenan goes there. Pushed out of it. Well done by Healy. Then going down there, was that Wouters or Wootus? Wootus? Is it Wootus or Wouters, Googs?
Wouters.
So Wouters. He wasn't paid the free kick, but Healy. So settle him down, then comes back to Macca Baker, gives it over. Playing for the free kick there was Rozier, so they let it go in. their best player, in my opinion. Kicks it long into the forward line, or bounces over the top. Out the back there was Butch, a little quick kick over there. That man in Booney Baker standing on his own. Shouldn't have let him stand there. Kicks it out wide. That's a free kick. It wasn't. Goes to Butch. Butch over the top. Got a man on in here in Whelan. Whelan grabs the ball, turns around, kicks around his body.
That's a
kicks
goal,
around his body.
That's a
and
goal.
He has dobbed it. He has dobbed it. He has kicked the first 2 goals of this third quarter, and they go to 7 goals, 3-45. Pimpinio 4-4-28, and the first 2 goals Eastie, and that is
huge.
That's a game
in a
changer.
low-scoring game of football.
Changer, absolutely.
No.
Yep.
Yes.
Well done by Phil Butch.
Yeah,
nice
tough.
little chipper.
Yeah.
Wasn't the perfect one, and I will say again, Monty Wind out of the middle. I tell you what, he's their best player, mate.
Yeah, he has been. Daniel Easton for mine's the one that can win the game for
Yeah,
because he's been very quiet today. If he
Yep.
can get off the chain and get his hands on the
back in
footy
the
like
middle
we
now.
know he's capable of,
And
he
they
could swing.
have put Arthur on the win.
Yes.
So they put Wesley on the Easton.
Yep.
So
Well,
up
I'll
it
ask you a
goes.
question about that in a minute.
Up it
I would have
goes,
left
no
him as
winner.
is.
Arthur gets it out, comes
You
out.
don't rob Peter to pay Paul.
Flicked it back over the top. Bates comes through. Goes beautifully done. Long looping handball out to his teammate. Oh, he sort of didn't want it. Robbie Miller attacked it. Comes to Eason now. Handball over the top. Going to come out to win again. He gets it on the boot. Hutchison leads the race for the ball. Jacobson there. Butch takes it. He's great tackle by Cullen Williams. Ball rolled out, and that's good. Good decision from the umpire. I think if Butch had held on to the footy, it would have been a ball up. But because it came out, it was incorrect disposal. Goes short. Oh, good mark by Wesley. Gutsy mark by Jason Wesley. Price was closing down on him.
That's fine.
Called the play on.
Yep.
Kicks it out wide now. Lorna Hammerston. He takes the mark. Probably been relatively quiet.
I'd like him thrown into the midfield now.
So Hammerston
I agree. He's
up
been
the
quiet.
line.
Hammerston.
Healy, this is where they're getting done. They're getting it to half forward and no runner. Oh, great tackle by Arthur.
Great
Ripper
tackle
by Arthur on Robbie Miller. Normally Robbie Miller can break those and get away, but Arthur...
he's had a good game, Arthur.
They need a bit of spark across half forward, Pimp down. Man, kick smothered, smacked backwards. Coming out now, went to ground, Thomas. Rolls out, bit of rugby. Jason Wesley, taken by Lorna. He kicks it forward. Matthews attacks it, gets it on his boot.
Well done,
out
by
into
Matthews.
open space. Williams attacks it,
Gonna say,
bounces
that'll
over
bounce
his
over
head.
the top.
Great work there by Barnett. He takes it, kick smothered by Whelan. Whelan back on it. Another Pimp player on hands and knees is Hutchison. Comes out to Butch. Butch is tackled. Threw it out. Play on the umpire said. Miller throws it forward. Lorna trying to get onto it. Gets it out to Matthews. His kick is through
Hutchison's
for a
down
minor
for-
score.
Hutchison for Laharum.
Yeah,
He's
Hutchison.
very sore after that
is.
hip and shoulder.
Yep. So another minor
Suck them
score.
in, lad. Suck them
He
in.
might have been
Yep.
just don't
No,
rub them, count them,
yep,
I think.
I think so, yep.
So a 3-goal game
winded.
at the moment. 7-4-4-28 to 7-4.
The job that Arthur's done on Eason, I wouldn't have swapped him on to win. I'd have just said, you blokes have got to be aware of where
Absolutely.
he's
No,
running.
I
Hammerston.
would have too. I would have too. No.
Long, Miller, quick handball into Eason, backwards, finds
good
Heenan.
handball.
Heenan out
That's a good
wide to
handball.
Whelan, and he's getting off the chain a little bit as a youngster.
He's right off. He is
Australian.
gone.
He'll kick
Yep.
this.
My word, he'll kick this.
He'll get the distance.
Yep, this will be
Yep.
3 to Whelan in the third quarter.
Yep.
And could win them the game off his
No,
own boot.
absolutely. Yeah, no. I'll
youngster.
tell you what, a goal here, East, he's going to put the pressure on Pimpinio because they've only kicked 4 for the game.
Spot on.
Yep.
That's spot on.
Yeah.
They got to double their score to win the match
Yep.
if he
Right.
kicks this.
Yep.
In contention, we won't see this lad too many times in a Laharum jumper going forward.
He's a good mover, isn't
Comes
he?
in now, bit of a hop and a step from 51, launches,
That's a goal.
launches.
That's a goal.
Mark it down. That's
That's a
3 for
fantastic
Whelan this
kick.
quarter, and he has the Laharum side up and about now.
You know what? Laharum have come out with the intent to play. They have been much tougher in this third quarter than their Pimpinio counterparts.
Yep.
Pimp are having a look before they go for the contest. Laharum are going in hard. Full credit to them, and well done to Whelan to get away from his man up forward.
And hey, and what you said there just before, Eason has had his hands on the ball 3 or 4
He
times.
has.
this
He
quarter.
has.
Like
Ah.
I can't work it out either. I
No.
really can't.
No.
It baffles me.
4:52, 4:28. Now Arthur's gone out of the middle. It's Rozier that's come in. Goes up in the air again. Comes down.
Baker
in the ruck.
Thomas Baker
Comes out. Kemp gets it forward, intercepted by Rosie. His first touch in this third quarter. Handballs it out wide. Robbie Miller kicks it and it goes out of bounds. Right in front. Insufficient attempt.
No.
Come on.
I'm not sure about that.
No, he's playing.
What else is he
going to
do?
Nothing.
What else is he going to do, mate?
Jeez.
He's the only one that wanted to get there first,
Man,
mate.
in towards half forward. Healy takes the
nice mark by Healy.
So, handball off the bar. That's down the ground.
Got to be.
That is down the ground. No doubt about it at all. And it'll be a free kick to Groves inside 50.
Yep, so Groves will go back, and I'll tell you what, he'll nearly kick this too because he's a goal kicker.
Well, he needs to.
He's already kicked two.
I know it's an understatement, but Pimpinio need a goal now, and if he doesn't kick this, their backs are against the wall.
8-4, 52 to 4-4, 28. So 4 goals down they are. So Groves comes in. He's going to kick on the 50 though. It's going to take a good kick. Kicks long. It's going to go to the right anyway. Not going to make the distance. Off hands and goes through 4A behind. 4-5, 29. 8-4, 52. They get it out to Robbie Miller. Kicked it out there by Heenan to Robbie Miller. He gets it back to Kemp. Kemp runs his distance and comes back through the corridor. That's a good kick there. Got to go for the ball, son. Young Miller did. He left it there. Picked up now by Lorna. He ducks back into traffic. They pick it up. They tackle there. Hard was Laharum. They wanted the ball a little bit more. And umpire blows his whistle and says, give it to me. We'll have a ball up. 8-4, 52. 4-5, 29. Pimpinio. Up they go again. Rosie gets the tap down. It's going to be a free kick, and it's going to go to that big man in Thomas. So Thomas fought hard in the ruck. Not a true ruckman. Gets it out wide. Goes out to Eason this time. Eason, good shepherd there though. 2 by Matthews. Just got in his road. Didn't let his opponent come in. So Eason, outside 50, runs around his opponent. Gets it in. Not a wobbly old kick. And a shocking kick actually from Eason.
But at least he's getting his hands on the footy now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Goes to Williams. That's Pup Williams. Gets it out to Jacobson. Jacobson told to play on now, goes down the line to Booney Baker, takes the mark on the defensive 50, down the line again to the wing. Healy's there over the top. No one can take the mark, coming through is down, over the top, gives a handball to Robbie Miller. Robbie Miller, and inside outie goes, and Daniel Baker, he'll sit under this and he'll take an easy mark, which he's done time and time again in his career. Told to play on now though. They put pressure on, go down the line now, kicks, it's up high again. Healy comes over the top. Takes the mark, 2 Groves, got to pay that mark. Got to pay that mark to Healy. Goes back into the centre corridor. Got a man on. Takes the mark in Wesley. This is Adam Wesley. Gets it long and high into O'Dwyer. Ball comes off. Umpire let it go. Picked up there by Bates. Bates around the corner, kicks, goes to the left and through for a bit. Should have done better there, East.
Should have done much better.
Really ran into an open goal, mate. Tried to kick it around the body.
Tom O'Dwyer probably unlucky not to get a free kick in that contest.
Probably was right.
So 22-point ball game.
But Bates had the ball, 25 out.
The game's gone up.
Up
to 2. Absolutely.
12-minute mark of the third quarter as Heenan brings it in wide. Miller and Rosier. Rosier goes to ground. Arthur arrives hard up against the boundary line. Miller traps it, brings it back into Easton. Easton a little kick over the top looking for Wouters. He takes it, knocked out in the tackle, picks it up, handballs back to Kemp. He hugs the boundary line to Latanzio. Latanzio's got Matthews short. Doesn't get back off the mark quick enough. Now sees Matthews, just pops it over the top to him. Matthews. Butch is going to give the lead. He goes wide looking for Butch. Bounces in front of him. Butch leaves it behind and it goes over the line and out of bounds, and we'll have a boundary throw in. Deep forward.
He's kicked 3 goals this quarter, mate. That's where you've got to get it, mate.
He's hot. You go to the hot player.
Exactly.
Yeah, we wait
Instead
for it to be thrown in.
Instead he's kicked it to a man that's led to the boundary line,
mate. In it comes. That's the coach, Cobber Cassidy, talking there.
I'd be sending the runner out.
Comes around the corner. Eason takes the mark.
Eason's had more kicks in this quarter than he's had for the game.
Absolutely.
Eason.
That's a mistake.
Yep,
letting that tag off him.
No, it is. Absolutely.
So Eason called the play on now. Brings it to shocking kick, but it finds Latanzio. An absolute
give him the benefit of the doubt, say he made it.
Inside
of course it was.
No, he didn't mean
to. Inside of it.
No, you'll take it.
And Latanzio.
I'd be telling everyone I meant to do it.
Look at him, he's got a laugh. Yeah. He's laughing, mate.
Now, Latanzio's had a great game today, boys, and if he kicks this goal,
he's a good little player.
This goal will have them up and about.
Oh, yeah.
With a handy lead.
If he kicks this goal, they'll win. Let me tell you.
Comes in, runs out, goes short, and taking the mark. Oh, that's too easy.
Yep.
Too easy. Miller takes the mark.
Yep.
And just slotted in, and once again, that defence, they don't block holes or pay attention.
The two teams that had their discussion about following processes and about being switched on, ready to go, one's listened, one hasn't. Laharum have listened to Robbie Miller, and they've come out and they've followed his instructions to the letter.
I'll tell you what's happened, mate.
22
Miller,
points.
what a kick. He's
Has
got
become 28 points for Miller. He kicks the goal,
Great goal.
and they are away at the moment. 28 points, going to take a bit of chasing from here.
I'll tell you what's happened. The Laharum have gone in and they've got injuries. They've got no bench. And Robbie Miller's given them a speech where it's just,
inspirational.
Backs to the wall stuff here. Gyro's gone in, and whatever he said's probably okay. But, hey, they're in the mindset of they've got no bench, mate. We're going to be home here. And that's the way they're playing, mate. And Laharum have just taken the game on and... Yeah, 5 goals up, mate. They can't win from here.
No, 4,
not what I see anyway.
To 4, 6:30. But will fatigue set in, Eastie, to Laharum? They don't have a bench. The last 10 minutes of each quarter.
Yep.
Are they going to run out of steam? And can Pimp, is that where they've got to exploit it?
If Laharum keep kicking goals like they are, the adrenaline will get through the fatigue. But if Pimp get close enough, that'll have a bearing.
Healy down.
Well, it comes down to who you get on the bench
Wesley.
too,
Miller kicks it off the ground out wide. He leads the race. Robbie Miller palms it in front, gets a push in the back, and the Pimpinio natives over in front of the grandstand. They're not happy with that decision.
Laharum are up and about, aren't they?
But Laharum through Miller, Robbie Miller down the line, wide out towards the old scoreboard. Booney Baker bounced off his chest, wrapped up in the tackle. Loose ball comes out. Umpire's letting it go, and then he comes in and says, "Give it to me," and we'll have it. A ball up right under that old scoreboard. That's good reading if you're a Laharum supporter. 9-4-58 to 4-6-30. In there it goes. Healy over towards the boundary line. Launder kept it in. Thomas, a little scrubby kick inside 50. Chaos ball. Matthews took it. His handball wasn't good. I think it was Latanzio who was screaming
Don't
past.
argue then, mate.
Ball up.
Question for you, boys.
Yep.
Pimper playing a loose man behind the ball. Jared Matthews just had 30 metres all by himself to run into that contest.
So you never even up the contest.
Phil
How many times do we say that?
Latanzio backwards to Robbie Miller into the hot spot. Man's got to take this, gets over the top. Bates, well done, just kicked it off the ground. Wynn's got a bit of pace.
Look at the pace on Wynn.
And Bates, Wynn wanted it. Oh, good work by Bates to take him out of the contest, then bounce back up on it and go short into Rosier at half-back.
Yep, so Rosier takes the mark at half-back between half-back and wing. So Rosier there, got players on.
Latanzio made him earn it. That's what I like to see.
Yep,
very good.
And then plays
then tackle him.
Gone to ground. He got the handball, then comes over again to Eason. Eason from that man in Latanzio goes in the forward line. Booney Baker again just takes a mark, settles it down, gets it out to Philcock. Philcock takes the mark at half-back. Then goes out wide to the leading player, hits up Tom O'Dwyer. Hadn't had a lot of the ball, kicked 1 goal though, Tom O'Dwyer. Hadn't had many opportunities also.
No, it's not his fault.
No, it's not. So Tom O'Dwyer now just goes short, hits up his man in Hammerston. So this is Hammerston between wing and half back. They lead, Rosier leads, he's going to ignore, then goes down the line and long. Thomas should have taken the mark, went through his hands and butted up. Got a handball out. Robbie Miller puts his body on the line, which he always does. Goes to ground. They get it out though. Comes out to that man in Arthur. He's wrapped up, and we'll have another ball up on the wing position over the other side in front of the Laharum Sporting Complex. Ball's thrown back up again. Comes back out again. Strappy in there. They all get it. Robbie Miller, that man again. Gets it, tackled, gone to ground.
Laharum will do this all day. They'll love this scrappy.
They'll make it a scrap now, mate. Don't worry about that. Ball's thrown back up again, smacked out. Robbie Miller gets to the back of the ball again. Is that a free kick? Is that a deliberate? Everyone in Laharum bench is going up, arms up in the air and said, that's deliberate. Umpire had nothing of it and said, we'll have a throw in. So again, the ball will be thrown in. Have the 2 ruckmen there. Now the big fella in Baker and Thomas. Baker gets the tap down again. Coming through his Lorna to Robbie Miller. Robbie Miller. Now that's not that. You can't pay that, mate, can you? You can't pay that. No, he doesn't pay that. And we'll have another ball throw in.
Absolutely getting smashed across half forward, ECO.
Oh, yes.
They are.
No
They
small
are.
forward to take it, and it's just coming out all the time.
Too easy.
The throw in comes in. Ruckman, nobody gets it. Little scrubby kick off the ground, getting back into the centre corridor. Will be a ball up again. And the umpire says, give it to me.
Isn't Robbie Miller a good leader, though, Easty?
He's a sensational leader.
He's a good leader.
Yeah, leads from the front.
He's a good leader.
20 minutes gone. Pimpinio down by 28 points. So it comes in, they need one
That's
badly
free
before
kick.
half
That's
time,
high.
before
That's
three-quarter
high.
time. But a free kick for a high
Tell you what,
tackle
another goal
will
here,
go
she's
to
all
Easton.
over, Easty.
So Easton gets up, plays
Heenan.
on, brings it out wide to Heenan. Heenan right on centre wing, right in front of where we're commentating from. Takes the mark. Been very good today, Heenan.
Yes, he has.
Kicks long down the line, wheeling in front of. Should have got
it's
a free kick, and does against Williams. So Wheeling,
Kemp's
60 out, goes to the hot spot, butchers his target, the fly.
Oh, he's got it.
No, had one grab. Oh, flicked out by Miller, ducked the head, and high
Free
tackle.
kick to
he
Robbie
drew the
Miller.
tackle, and it's on.
Go on here. It's on.
It's on. Robbie Miller drew it, and he put the head down looking for the free kick. And the Pimpinio boys didn't take it well, and there's a bit of feeling going on here. But Robbie Miller has had the kick reversed against him, has
50
he?
metre, 50
No,
metre.
he's again saying it's down the ground.
It's a 50 metre.
Yep.
This is a certain goal.
Let me just say, boys, as Robbie Miller comes in to kick this goal, congratulations to Robbie Miller and the Laharum football side, because they have sucked Pimpinio in.
absolutely.
Pimpinio there want to fight.
They're rattled.
Comes in.
They want to fight.
They're rattled.
What they need to do is attack the football with that sort of gusto, and not a situation like that, because that is poor, and that is well done by Miller and well done by Laharum.
34 points now in front. Pimpinio are really going to chase their tail from here. They are 4-6-30 to 10-4-64. A 5-goal one, 2-2 behind quarters. Really set this up for the Demons.
You know how we have players that are really good players, but I just want to give credit to a couple of unsung heroes. Hayden Kemp's quarter has been fantastic,
Excellent.
I reckon.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Just players like that, they've really lifted and they're running. They're
Playing their role.
Absolutely.
Playing
they
their
are.
role.
In the
Absolutely.
middle,
Yep.
in the air it goes. Healy wins it down. Taken by
Miller
Robbie
again.
Miller. Out wide. Bouncing ball. The light beer and Hahn leads the race. Traps it ahead of Price. Great tackle by Price. And the ball goes over the line and out of bounds. And we'll have a throw in. Thanks for Johnson Asashi right under where our noses are. And what a quarter by Laharum. They have really turned this game on its head. In it comes. All things against them, and they've stood up in this third quarter. Hutchison,
That's a free
kick.
That's
not.
a free kick.
Umpire said no. Healy sort of
Well, I thought
landed
it
on
was
top of
anyway,
him
yes.
as he rolled on his side. And we'll have another ball up. Half forward. 22-23 minutes gone. Healy down. Hands and knees. Miller takes it, slides in. Trying to hold it, and there's Robbie Miller. He's fighting with his own teammate to create
Good
another
work,
ball
though.
up.
Yeah, he's tough.
And he will get another
Good boy,
one.
Harry Miller there too.
Yeah, we
He's
wait
body on the
again.
line there.
Up it goes. Healy just palms it down. Thomas takes it. He's wrapped up. And as you said, Eastie, Laharum love this sort of just stoppage,
Yep.
stoppage.
Yep.
And hopefully they'll get a break from one
They
of them.
talk about it, Cougs. This is part of their structure. Stoppage, win the ball. If we don't win it, stoppage again.
Comes
Absolutely.
out. Phil Robbie Miller's gone
Yeah,
down.
he's
Bates
just
has
gone
given him
down.
one.
Bates has
Bates has
got
given him one
Yep.
off the footy.
Didn't see
He
that.
has.
And
Yep.
it comes down to man.
He's tough. He'll keep
Yep,
going.
he'll get up,
He
chase
is
the
tough.
head.
Yep.
And Bates, well, that's probably right in the line of the cameraman here, so
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to
absolutely.
see
Yep.
what that comes out. The cameraman shaking his head and said, I missed it. But anyway, Robbie Miller, he's tough as nails. He's up. It's come out to Heenan. Heenan short. And they can work it out of the back pocket, out of side
He's
of the
stunned a
ground.
bit too, Robbie.
Yeah,
He'll shake it off and be right
He
to
will.
go.
Yep.
He will, yep, absolutely. So the ball's come back down the wing. Can they take a mark? Hands up there, big pack forms. Couldn't take a mark, anyone, off hands. Ball's going to be blown up. No, let it go now. Comes out. to Whelan was nearly out there too. Don't worry about that.
And Laharum have pushed most of their forwards right up into the contest because they just want to keep it smothered.
They do. So the ball's going to be thrown back in again. Thomas has done a good job in the ruck. Not that he gets a lot of, but he's just contesting.
Yes, he is.
Nelly should have got a free kick. Now, is that a free kick in the back? No, it's not, umpire. Let it go. Man comes up, and it was young. It was Latanzio again. He's been tough over the back again. That was Thomas again. Nearly around the top, nearly around the neck, but they get it out. That was Launder. Yep, they love this. Just stoppage after stoppage after stoppage. They do. Laharum comes back in again. Healy over the top there. They just can't get it. They do get it quick from Harry Miller. Up here, he just couldn't get it there. Was that man in Matthews, Jared Matthews, comes back out again, goes around to Thomas, gets a handball over the top. Pup Williams gets a handball, but it comes back and that's out of bounds on the full. And we'll have a free kick, goes to Pimpinio. It'll be taken by Hammerston. 10-4-64 to 4-6-30, 34 points Eastie at the 25.5-minute mark of this third quarter, the premiership quarter. Certainly a premiership quarter for the Laharum Footy Club. Handball it over, goes to Bates. Bates goes to the ground, got out of trouble there, lucky there. They'll get it over there. Comes again to Kep. I mentioned him before. I thought he's been good, but then he lets me down and gives it to Booney Baker. Booney Baker again comes through the middle again. Little light beer Hahn gets it, gives it off to Westerly. Adam Westerly, not a great kick. A soccer ball along the ground. Then they win it back again by Thomas there. Handballed it over the top. Sorry, it was Easton. Then picked up again by Hahn. Picked up again by Mann, sorry. Then they get it out. This time goes into Thomas. Thomas quickly gets it into the forward line.
Down the field.
Down the field. And it's going to be a free kick to the Pimpinio Football Club.
Bit too far out, I think.
And it's going to go to Jason Westerly.
Will take an enormous kick.
So he'll kick from just outside 50, I think it is. Far. Just outside 50. He is a long kick. I know Adam's a longer kick, but he's not a bad kick, this lad. Kick into a little bit of a breeze.
Man, not one lead. Not one lead. You're right, Cougs.
Kicks high, long. It's going to go to the goal square. They've got to punch the ball away. Does. Comes down to the ground. Laharum are there. Tackled by Pup Williams.
Cougs called that then. Corey Mann was standing all by himself, should have just slipped into the hole and would have been having a shot from 30 metres. Just not thinking about their football at the moment.
27 minutes elapsed in that third quarter.
What a quarter from Laharum.
Whacked on 5 goals, one to really set this up now, and they go in to the last break, leading by 34 points, 10-4-64 to 4-6-30. We'll take a break, come back with the last quarter shortly. We've just got to hold them up for 10 seconds, mate.
Don't ball it up. I thought you had a bit of pull around here. They're not listening to me.
And here it goes, comes down. Miller wrapped up in the tackle, going nowhere. And what they say at three-quarter time, Eastie?
Very switched on. They don't want to get sucked into the fighting that Pimpinio are bringing off the footy. They just want to concentrate on their game. They know they've got no bench, but they've got to dig deep and run it out, and I think they will.
Goes forward to Wesley at half-back, takes the mark. He looks like on Whelan now. First 10 minutes here. 1 goal to Laharum will definitely stitch it up. Comes over to Easton. Bates trying to take it, gets it out. Jason Wesley comes past, long high ball. O'Dwyer, Williams over the back, Downs just mopped up and kicks it wide. Williams will mark this, and he does. And this is a massive kick. Now the man that's taught him to kick as a junior is saying what? He's not saying anything because he's talking to Tracker down in front of us and has taken the earplugs out. So now,
Pup Williams has got it, Eastie. Yeah, main man, mate.
No, he'll kick this too, boys.
There we go. That was the question I asked.
They do need this goal. They do need it. It is an understatement.
Comes in, deliberate. He has got it. Yeah. No, he hasn't.
That's the point.
Healy was clapping, but she was through for a behind.
Yep.
So, first blood, last quarter.
Needed that goal early, Cobber.
I needed that badly, Easty. Absolutely.
31,
No, they can't win from
10,
here.
4,
I don't think
64,
anyway, but I've known to be wrong
33-point
before.
ball game. 1 minute 30 gone in the last quarter. So to bring it in from fullback, Heenan runs his distance. They'll just want to scrap this first
That's
10
a
or
good
15
kick.
minutes.
Yep.
Finds his teammate there in Walsh.
This bloke's done
Walsh
all right
still
too,
in front of
Easty.
They just do their
defensive
job.
50.
Played his
Will
job
want to
right.
go now. He does. Down the line, coming through. Baker lays a big fist. Rozier takes it, swings it. I'm not sure whether he meant that, but went to Williams. Williams out wider to O'Dwyer, and O'Dwyer is a big kick from about 50 with the wind right behind him. He should have a crack at this one, and they need one in the first couple of minutes. They've just got to stitch this.
Distance won't be a problem here. It's just accuracy, boys.
He'll make the distance.
And if they can get it, all of a sudden the confidence rises a little bit now. So O'Dwyer comes in from 50, launches high, long, won't make the distance. Will it? Touched on the line. Needed a shepherd by Healy. Went the mark and just palmed through for a goal. So 4-8-32, 10-4-64.
Yep, they'll bring the ball back in.
It's opportunities like those two shots on goal, though, boys, that you need to capitalise on if you want to narrow the margin to give yourselves a chance.
Yep, so Heenan to bring the ball back in again.
And it is the strongest breeze of the day right now, which is an advantage for Pimp, but Laharum can't worry about that.
Yep, comes out. Butch leads, going to kick out this way. Struggling big time too, Butchie. Going to let, good shepherd though. Should have taken the mark, was Thomas. And the ball's gone over the boundary line, and we'll have a throw in 10-4-64, Easty, to 4-8-32.
While that ball's been gathered to be thrown in, Butchie just gets around the young players and really G's them up in those quarter time breaks. It's magnificent to see.
Isn't it? Yep. So he comes back in, ball thrown back in. Baker gives it to Rozier out the back to Philcock. He's tackled and wrapped up, and umpire blows his whistle and says, "Give it to me." Had a quiet game, Philcock. Up they go again. Coming through was Thomas. Well done. Comes out to Hahn. Gets it out to Philcock again. He's tackled on the ground. And a good tackle by Monty Wind. Nearly their best player, Laharum's this bloke, Monty Wind. Got all the skills in the game, Easty. Very good player. Great. Gets it over. Thomas gets it over. Philcock's tackled for the third time, Easty. And umpire says, "Give it to me."
This is Laharum football at its best, isn't it? I love watching it.
Thrown up again. Up they go again. Thomas gets it down again. Coming through was Lorna up over the top by Hahn. Comes to Robbie Miller. Loves this stuff. Kicks down the line again. Bill bounces in. Matthews had the ball. Gets a handball out to Kemp. Kemp goes into long. Can they run onto it now? Ball bounces. Where's it going to bounce? Goes in there. Gets it over there to Jacobson. Down the line again and goes to Booney Baker. The man that's ever reliable is this man. Probably nearly their best player again, Easty.
By far their best player.
So Booney Baker down the line again. Goes to Jason Westerly. This is Jason told to play on now. Comes through the corridor. Butchie's there. Got a hand on it too. Now they run onto it. Gives the handball back. Latangio to Heenan. Heenan couldn't take the mark there. Good tackle though. Then they handball it out. Got runners going out the back now. Lorna into the four-line. Is that down? And it's going to be marked anyway by that man in young Chase Whelan. And he went back and he kicked three in that third quarter, Easty. And he's just been the difference there. 10-4 to 4-8 at the moment. And if he goes back and kicks this goal, game over.
The difference there, guys, was that Chase Whelan had the young, fit legs, and he was able to run away from three Pimpinio defenders to mark that ball on his chest. Really well done.
The blokes down here from Pimpinio cramping, mate. So he comes in. Chase Whelan should kick this goal. Kid of his ability comes in, kicks and missed. Goes to the left, and misses. Through for a behind.
Sucked the crowd in a little bit.
Yeah, no, should have kicked that.
Well, it would have been the.
He's only
throwing the food packets at me now, Cobb. I didn't do anything wrong.
No, you didn't.
So 10-5-65, 4-8-32. We've crossed over 6 minutes in this last quarter. It's Laharum's to lose from here. They go short
great
again.
Vision, Hayden Kemp.
Takes the mark.
That was great vision, Cougs, wasn't it? Hayden Kemp.
Fantastic.
So he's
been good today. Hey,
he's had a good game.
Yeah, no, very good. One of the better games I've seen him play.
Win right on his range. Price is going to sneak forward into a pocket. Could go to him if he wants.
Yeah.
Doesn't. Backs himself in. Goes long, high, right to the square.
Good
Flyers
kick.
wanted. Comes down. Miller at the front. Matthews round the corner. Right across the face of goal. Over in front of the club rooms. Groves tries to keep it in. Give it to Butch. Butch kicks it around the corner to Robbie Miller. Robbie Miller will dive on it and he'll hold it in. Umpire says, give it to me. And we'll put it in the air. This last quarter brought to us by Precise Farm Solutions, your Trimble Ag technology experts. Up it goes. Baker down. Wesley, high tackle by Butch on Jason Wesley, and Jason will take it from the back pocket. They've got to move the ball fast now. There's a real sense of urgency because the clock is starting to tick. So he just kicks a mongrel bomb towards the back flank. Healy takes it. He turns, pumps it long to Cullen Williams. He takes it centre wing outer side, goes long, gives it back to Hammerstone. He just bombs it. Where are the runners? It's all Laharum back there. Sits. King Arthur comes through. It bounced for him nicely and he goes. Does he give him hope, Easty?
Well, you've always got hope whilst there's still time ticking away on the clock, and that was good play there by the Tigers out to Williams. I think he's given some life since he's been thrown forward in this last quarter. Got it on to Hammerstone, a nice long kick into space, let the runners run. Yes, it was a fortuitous bounce that landed in King Arthur's arms, but he was good enough to run in and finish off with kicking a goal.
10-5, 65 to 5, 8:38. But we've crossed over 8 minutes, but it's still only 27 points. Modern footy, anything can happen in a hurry. As Banbury Ryder said, the breeze is starting to pick up a little bit towards the end. That Laharum kicking against comes down, Eason. And remember, Laharum out on their knees with no bench since half-time. They go forward, comes out to Wheel and he traps it, turns, long handball to Win. Win's got time on his left foot to go. And he's answered straight away.
How's that play, Easty?
Yeah, brilliant.
Two young, brilliant players, both of those kids.
Yes.
I tell you what, the lead and the pick up from Chase Wheel and the handball to Win was absolutely unreal.
That was sensational.
No wonder that kid's got a future.
Yep.
He is a ripper.
So back to 33 points now.
That stings.
And what about Wind?
Hurts.
What about Wind on the left?
On the left, doesn't matter, right or left, he's a class player. He's their best player. And
him and Robbie Miller.
Interestingly enough too, Pimpinio, as they do quite often, they've thrown Adam Wesley back into a key defensive post, but Chase Whelan just had too much speed.
Comes back out, Wind again, just kicked it out to himself, then butters up, coming back's Price, gives it to Robbie Miller to Wind gets a little handball, back over to Lorna, it's tackled there by Hammerstone, had the ball, he was off and away then, Easty too, if he grabbed that ball, but Hammerstone really made it a good effort there, kept the ball in and then was tackled, then we'll have a ball up they go again. I'll give credit to Thomas since Argle's gone off, he's been unreal in the ruck, not that he's won a lot of ruck work, but his body work's been unreal. I think he's...
Well, there's a ball up on their question for you. If you were Pimpinio, would have you had your best ruckman in Matt Healy in there competing against him instead of the second ruckman each time?
No, absolutely, I would have. Yep. Comes back now, comes out around. Heenan, just steady as a rock he is. Kicks it down long. Coming out now, this time is Matthews. Got his hands to it. Kept it in play. Gives it out again to Hutchison. Hutchison kicks into the forward line. Coming out there was Wesley. He had to make an effort there because the bounce of the ball could have bounced anywhere. Could have went through for a goal, but it didn't. It finally went over the boundary line. Only about 10 metres around from the Laharum goal. Ball's thrown back in again. Up they go. No one gets it there. Coming through was Latangio. He's tackled, gone to ground.
I've liked his game too, Latangio.
He's been good, mate. Oh, they've had a lot of good players.
They have.
They've had a lot of good players, mate. Ball's thrown up. Gutsy effort this by Laharum, no doubt about that. The ball comes back out again. That little man again, no, that was Miller. Comes back out, couldn't get it, was Hutchison. Just had it through his hands, slipped through his hands. They had another ball up, and as we keep saying, they just love this ball up after ball up. So about 30 metres out from Laharum's goal, up they go again. Butchie gets a tap down, goes really to no one, tackle again. A little bit like rugby they play it, don't they? And another ball up.
Yep.
11-5-71 to 5 goals, 8-38.
They've just locked it.
Pimpinio.
They've locked it forward, the Demons, at the moment. Bouncing around. Good tackle on Price. Comes down. Hammerson thumps on in his left foot. Miller and Williams. Cullen Williams jumps around Miller and takes the mark. He turns, kicks it towards half forward. Healy's got 2 to beat. Heaney got the fist there. Dumsney comes through, got a kick forward. 1-on-1 contest up here. O'Dwyer went to ground, picked up easily now by McCullum. He works it out wide. Dumsney free kick. No, umpire said play on. Good tackle by Arthur. Wrapped up, and we'll have a ball up. Out near the scoreboard there, 11-5-71 to 5-8-38.
Bit stiff there, should have been paid a free.
Laharum. Healy
no, good, mate.
dumps it down.
Yeah, no.
Comes out wide now. Wrapped up, Downs. Downs to take it. We'll have another ball up. Clock is ticking away. Healy to Rosier. Rosier's wrapped up. He's been quiet second half as Matt Rosier. Again, in the air it goes. Healy tries to clear the area. Jason Wesley gets it on his boot. Again, coming out. No runners for Pimp with any speed. Miller goes to ground, pushed in the back or high. Just a sloppy tackle by Baker. Thomas, I mean. And Miller just chips it wide to Heenan. 2 veterans, former premiership teammates, just rolling the clock down at the moment. Another 4 or 5 minutes and they'll be very comfortable from there as Booney Baker takes it, handballs it off now. Thumping kick forward by Jacobson. O'Dwyer lost it in the sun. Just back there, Laharum have got numbers back behind the ball. They need to be matched up. Comes out Latanzio. Should have been paid the mark,
yeah,
I
would have thought right in front of us, Cougs, and I agree with that call. That was a mark.
So, in the air it goes. Healy down. Again, I can't get it out, but Laharum do to Miller. Robbie Miller down the line. And a mark there taken again by Jacobson into the middle to Dummersney. Starting to see a bit of the footy this last quarter is Dummersney. Out wide to Pup Williams. He lost it in the sun. Clean bowled everybody once again. Heenan just mopping things up. Oh, it's smothered, but he's good enough to come back on it. Then a handball over the top. They work it down the outer side from McCullum, but too close to the boundary line, and Chase Whelan escorts it over the line and out of bounds for Johnson Asai. He will have a ball up, and once again that half forward line for Pimp, just nobody there with any speed to be mopping this up when it comes to ground.
No, they've really lacked leg speed there, haven't they?
Hey, Eastie, I'll just say, why didn't Healy, when he gets his hand, just thump the ball though, get it out of the stoppages? You know how Laharum
clear the space.
Yeah, exactly. They love that stoppage.
Comes out,
just get
still
it,
trying to get it out.
Absolutely.
He can't get it out. Umpire says, give it to me. Quickly puts it in the air.
Send the runner out.
Healy dumps it out a little bit to Eason. Eason goes lateral straight out wide to Miller, the entrepreneur in Harry M.
It was a good kick there by Eason, just to give that a bit of air and let his teammate just run under it.
Over the top to Wynn, who's been sensational today. Wynn come out from Horsham.
He's a good player.
Kicks it high and long over the top. Whelan, second grab, couldn't hold on to it. First grab was a Pimp touch anyway. Flick over the top towards Hutchison. He handballs into Eason. He arches it back, in trouble. Gone. Tried to bust through, but couldn't get through, and Rosier will take the free kick.
So Rosier will leave. They need to get it in quick. So he does. Goes in the forward line. Robbie Miller's there. Gets a 2-hand fist on it. Goes back in the centre. Follows it up again. Robbie Miller goes out wide. Got a man on his own out wide. And hits up Pat Latanzio. Gee, he's been good today.
I've been wrapped with his game today.
He's tough too. He's tough and he's hard. Kicks it out. He was going for Wynn. Not a great kick though. Thomas comes in. He's tackled by Wynn. Goes to ground. What's umpire said? Give it to me. We'll have a ball up in front of the Laharum bench over there. We've gone 15, nearly 16 minutes in this last quarter. They cannot win from here, Pimpinio. Laharum will advance to a preliminary final. So they kick it out to Robbie Miller. Off again to Thomas, was it? Kicks it into the forward line.
Oh, what a mark. Play on his called.
Should have.
I would have paid that.
I would have paid it. had his hands on it, just dropped it in that last second, but got up high, didn't he?
Well, just knocked out of his hands and hit the ground. I thought it was
a lot of promise, that kid. As a 15-year-old kid, fantastic is.
And while this ball's coming in, I do believe young Wynn played most of his junior footy at Laharum before going into Horsham and then came back.
And very quickly round the grounds for DMD, three-quarter time stall, 10-5-65, Dimboola 8-12-60.
Yeah, it comes in from, and a quick kick out of the stoppage from that man, Butchie, and Hayden Kemp comes in and takes the mark. And as I said before, Eastie, he's been good since quarter time, has Hayden Kemp. Played on the back line, and now he's gone forward, has he? Well, he's pushed forward anyway, so he's going to go back. He's a bit of a goal kicker too, this lad. He loves kicking the goal, as Hayden Kemp, son of Yogi Kemp.
Had the pleasure of coaching Yogi, had the pleasure of coaching Hayden and his brother as well, so it's a bit of a family connection.
This is where he's learnt, so he'll miss this.
Probably.
So comes in, Hayden Kemp, kicks, and he's put it through. He has put it through. Good coaching, Darryl East.
He was never going to miss that one, boys, because that would have meant laps.
So Hayden Kemp puts there, 12th on the board. They go to 12 goals 5, 77 to 5 goals 8, 38.
Let me say, last weekend's game when I watched Laharum was just superb, the way they executed the game plan. Today's performance has been superb again, but it's been through grit, guts and determination, and I've loved it. They've been fantastic.
This is a great win for them.
Yep.
Probably one of their best wins in their history, mate, let me tell you.
So back in the middle, Healy runs at it, thumps it into open space this time. Wesley kicks it off the ground. Jason follows it up. Will go again. Left it behind. Kemp, the goal kicker, deep in defence, pinged for a throw. And we'll go to Dummers
there.
And what's happened here to Downs?
Downs done a
knee or a calf.
He just landed funny, I reckon, and might be a bit of cramp.
Too far out for Dummersney. So it goes, high ball. Who wants it? Flyers, please. Just popped it up with a 9-iron. Comes down now. Downs back through, but he's hurting. Kick to Kemp. Kemp's called to play on, so he just does the barrel down the line. Booney Baker got their Healy in front. He just thumps it long again.
Good kick.
Beautiful kick.
Great kick.
Finds Wesley, Jason Wesley.
Great kick.
In the pocket. And he will come in to have a shot for goal. But you get the feeling it's all too late as we've crossed 18 minutes. Quarters have been gone, 25, 25, 27. So they've got about 7 minutes. And that's across the face. And kept in by O'Dwyer. He's wrapped up in the tackle by 2. Umpire says, you didn't get rid of the ball. Have a free kick, Laharum.
Did they tackle well, Laharum?
Sensational.
They're tackling
and
superb.
every player.
No, they do. They do, absolutely.
So McCallum in the back pocket to take the free kick. Relieve the pressure. He'll kick down towards the old scoreboard. Runs off. Kicks it long in that direction. Hutchison's his target. Got hands to it. Comes to the ground. And keeps it in, does Hutchison. Works it around the boundary line. Booney Baker, he traps it, but it goes over the line and out of bounds on the centre wing for Johnson Asahi. So we'll have another throw in this last quarter, as said, brought to us by Precise Farm Solutions, your key to efficient seeding, spraying and cropping. So it comes in, beautiful boundary throw in. The ruckman set themselves. Nobody wins it cleanly. Comes out again, a scrap. Umpire says, give it to me. And we'll do it all again. Still a very big crowd here at Laharum. Comes over the top. Who wants it? Comes down. Rozier's the man that picks it up. A quick handball out to Mann. He's dropping the ball.
Yeah,
and a great work by Price. Who'll take it.
That's what I say about the
settles it down and says, hold on to the footy and let's go. Called to play on now. So he runs and kicks out wide towards the club rooms. Looking there, his teammate just whacked off the footy hard. He's like, I think that's Thomas, slow to get up. Eason takes it short to Win. Win lets it get over the back, can run onto it, can steady himself from 35. At the top off.
Oh, could have ran further there.
Could have topped off.
Could have had a bounce
for him.
Yep.
But just to the right and through for a point. So 12-6-78, 5-8-38. long, high towards the midfield. Oh, Hutchison, good grab.
Mark.
Great grab.
Good grab.
Fantastic
He takes
mark.
it. And we'll send them back in. 40-point ball game. And 50.
Yep.
And 50 against Williams. And that might cost him the PP&U.
Did you teach him that, Easty, when you were coaching him?
No, that's the other blokes after I'm gone.
So Josh Hutchison will kick from point blank
Put
range.
this one down too.
Yeah.
And what a gutsy, tremendous effort from the Laharum Footy Club today. All things against them at half-time with no bench, and they have not only stood up, they have absolutely put Pimpinio to the cleaners.
Yeah.
He's been good today too, Hutchison.
No, he's been fantastic.
Hutchison.
Absolutely.
The 18-year-old,
when you
no
get-
one on the mark. He can just about walk in and kicks it.
Yeah.
46-point lead to the Demons. 13-6-84 to 5-8-38. And most people at halftime were thinking Pimpinio now. But how gutsy have Laharum been, Easton?
Unreal, mate.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Yep.
Every player's taken on board, and that's what I said at half-time, and I've seen it again at three-quarter time. Not one eye wasn't on Robbie Miller, and they are all
Played
committed.
their role.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Done.
No,
Sensational.
Back in the middle again, Healy started to thump the ball now. Ken Wesley runs on it. He thumps the ball too. Goes back around to
Here he is again.
Kemp been good. Kicks it out. Taking the mark is Price. This is Price. Got a wind over the top. Best man on the ground for me, mate. There's a 50, mate. No, it's not. No. So Wind takes the mark, just tells him to settle it down. Actually, I've got a thing, mate. You should have kicked that last goal. Then kicks it down the line again. Matthews is there. Matthews paid the mark, and what a mark in front of Booney Baker. You don't see that very often, Nexty.
Very good.
So Matthews quickly gets it into the forward line. Who can take a mark? Up there. And Butch is just too strong, too powerful, and stands his ground and takes the mark in front of the oncoming traffic, in front of the pack. And he'll go back, Butchie. Gets up sore. He gets up sore.
He's very sore.
He can hardly move, mate, to be honest. But he'll go back and he'll slot this.
If you're smart, run
actually,
beside him and take a handball.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Go up there, Kempy. Go and get a handball. Yeah, I would. That's what I'd be doing, Easty. Get a cheapie. So he comes in. So this is Phil Butch, comes in from 40 metres out, pretty much directly in front, puts it up in the air, and it has not moved, mate. And it is a goal. 14 goals, 6. They've hit the 90 mark to 5-8-38, and she's just one-way traffic, Eastie.
It's a massacre now, isn't
Absolute,
it? Who would have picked this
absolute great
at
effort from the
half-time?
Laharum Football Club today. Every one of them involved goes down from the coaches to the president to the ball carriers to the water boys. Everyone, they can be so proud of this.
And the afternoon tea ladies
Absolutely,
that have looked after us again.
Thank
Fantastic.
you to the Laharum people for looking after us for the food and that today. To Hamish Roberts, done a fantastic job as the president. But this is one for the archives, this game, there's no doubt about that. Back in the middle again. Healy goes in there, then gets a handball over to Mackay Baker. Coming out to Rozier. He never gives up Rozier though, don't worry about that. He's a goer, then they come back out to go to Easton again. Easton to Wind. Wind had a fantastic game. On the left foot, goes into the forward line. Coming out this time's Whelan. Put his hands up there was young Miller. Whelan was going to mark
free
it on his chest, so it comes back and it will be a free kick and it will go to Whelan. So Whelan, this is Chase Whelan. How many does he kick? 4?
Yep.
Kick 4. Lines up for number 5. On the boundary line though, probably 35, 40 metres out. He'll get the distance. It'll be a case of accuracy. Will he run around Eastie or will he do the old just normal drop punt?
I think he'll kick it straight. Normal
drop punt. Comes in. Chase Whelan. Kicks. And has just gone to the right and kicked her behind. So another behind to the Laharum Football Club. They go to 14 goals 7, 91 to 5 goals 8, 38. Big kick out of the middle again. Goes down through all players. I thought it was nearly through McCallum, but gets it out again over there to Kemp. Kemp down, gets it handball off to Heenan. Heenan down there. Robbie Miller's going to just take the mark and steady the game down. Goes short again to the leading player and does. Hits up Launder. So Launder. I tell you what, they're spent though, Laharum boys. They just they want that siren to go now. So kicks into the forward line, long and high. Who can take a mark over the?
There it is.
And there's the siren, and they will advance to the preliminary final. Will Laharum, and a fantastic effort by Robbie Miller, the coach. Shannon Argle was off in the first quarter. So that's a fantastic win for the Laharum Footy Club.
Gutsy win, Easty there, isn't it? You couldn't do much, and now you look to next week, and they'll probably go to the emergency ward to see if they can get anybody out there for next week, because it is going to be a short week for them, and injury-riddled 3 injured on the bench, and then Phil Butch with a crook back. But they'll look back on this one with a great deal of pride, and really shows the courage of the club as they've run out winners 14-7, 91 to 5-8, 38. And I tell you what, we'll hear that song from here.
Absolutely.
Because it will be sung loud and proud. There's no doubt about that, as our Gramps Insurance broker boundary rider will get across into the rooms. But geez, Easty, if you're Pimpinio, you'd be absolutely shattered.
No, you would be,
you'd
boys.
Be gutted.
You would be. A very poor way to bow out of finals. No one likes to play 2 finals and lose them both. But what you must say is Laharum's guts and determination, as you've touched on, were superb. They never lost their thought pattern once, even when they were fatigued, which is a credit to their coaching panel.
Easty, the PP and you and Robbie, they might come over here, mate. Maybe?
I'll ask them. We'll see. They might be too tired.
Yep.
It might come up anyway for you boys.
All right, no worries. Yep.
Yeah. Spare set here if they don't want to make the journey, but we'll see what they say.
All right,
but you would think as it would be very interesting to go into the Pimp rooms, because I think if I was Guy Smith, I would absolutely be taking paint off the wall in the talk, because they had it on their platter and they didn't want it.
Yeah,
they just thought it was going to happen and didn't want to work for it, and Laharum did want to work for it, and the result is on the board.
I think it just proved that they weren't good enough, mate. Really, I honestly believe that. They just haven't got the cattle, mate. They really haven't got the cattle. And Laharum exposed them there today. Like, you know, with no bench and all that, they should have been better than that, mate. But they're just not. They weren't good enough. They're just not good enough. Yep, absolutely. But Laharum, full credit to Laharum. Gutsy, what do you say? Gutsy, bloody. You just no other term for it. They just deserve that so much.
They wanted it.
So
they
fantastic.
Thought they owed Pimpinio one from last year, where Pimpinio got over the line at home in elimination final. A bit of crackle and we apologise for language, but Robbie Miller there, he is really proud of his playing group, and he's telling them that there'll be a lot of excited supporters in that room when they get over there, but probably just they've all of a sudden got to turn to next week, and there's opportunities for players to come in, and that's what he's drilled them all year.
Yeah,
you've just got to play your role. Doesn't matter if you're out of position.
Yep.
Different games. You haven't played there before. You know what's got to be done, and this is your role, and that is what he has drilled into them today.
Well coached. They're a very well coached side. They're a very disciplined side too. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
And they deserve that big time. Yeah. No, Robbie Miller, fantastic, great game too. He leads from the front and does every week. And yeah, haven't they got some good young talent though? Monty Wind and young Chase Wheel, and just fantastic. Yep.
Well, indeed.
Whelan set it up in that third quarter, mate, kicking those 3 goals. Absolutely brilliant.
So 14-7, 91, 5-8, 38. The goal kickers today, Chase Whelan, as Cobber just said, kicked 4, he kicked 3 in the third quarter when they needed it, as they came out after half-time, played the last half without a bench, and he lit it up, kicked 3 goals in that third quarter to add to his 1 from the second. He finished with 4. His teammate up forward, the other young key forward, Hutchison, kicked 3.
Yeah, he was good too.
And then 2 goals to Monty Wynn, who was absolutely brilliant. The veteran Phil Butch also nailed 2.
Yep.
The coach Robbie Miller had 1, and Hayden Kemp had 1. For the losing side, there 5 goals, 2 to Groves, 2 to King Arthur, Tom Arthur, and a single to Tom O'Dwyer, as they are heading into the rooms now to sing a song that they will sing very, very loud and very, very proud, the boys. You can hear them thumping on the wall.
Happy.
And
Get in and try and get this song, boys. We'll see how we go.
You could stay outside and you could hear it
Yeah, I
with
reckon.
these, Easty.
I'll blow the roof off, I think.
They will be very, at a very, very, very dejected Pimpinio room.
Should be.
Yeah. So they're in now.